Now, if you're going to have consent, that's a very radical thing to think. The King of England didn't think that. What is consent and why?
It's kind of more or less a social contract that both parties are agreeing to the terms and conditions. We, as the people being governed, are allowing those who are in power to look over and provide the necessary securities so we can, as they put, to pursue our happiness.
We might stick with just something direct and simple and understandable, right? Like, if we're equal, you wouldn't have the authority to do something to me unless I say so. Whereas the king answered the Declaration of Independence. Did you know that? He gave an address from the throne, and he gave an answer. And he basically said in there, I was born to be the king here, and you were born to be the subjects. And I am required to look after you and be good to you and take care of you and to do what's in your interest, what's good for you. But you are required to do what I say. And he thought that that would turn the whole thing around. And at the moment that he distributed this thing across the lines to the Continental Army, it was melting away because their enlistments were up. And they read that thing and they went, what? Is that what he thinks? We're staying. We're gonna do this thing, right? The king's idea is that I was born with an obligation and you were born with an obligation. We both have to do our thing, and we're born that way. And the Declaration of Independence denies that. It says we're all born equal. So that's what they say. And if it's like that, then you get to be our king if we say so. There's a really great document that we're not reading in this course, but I encourage everyone to read it in our Constitution reader. It's written by Thomas Jefferson, who of course was a very powerful writer, earth-shakingly powerful writer, wrote the Declaration of Independence. And it's called A Summary View of the Rights of British North America. And in there, he goes on and on and on, and he explains, you get to be the king if we say so. You have to do what we say. In the last paragraph, which I'll paraphrase, he says, let those flatter who fear. It is not an American art. Your counselors are partisans, not drawn from us, right? So he's telling the king what for, you know? And it gives rise soon, you know, the flag with the snake that says, don't tread on me. We have a right. We are born the same as you. You get your carriage since you got it already. It's just that you don't get to tell us what to do from it. Consent is born in equality in that way, right? And you just have to remember that we Americans, we just breathe that from birth. We get that with mother's milk. You know, that's what we think. We think we're born equal. It's the reason why we think we can do whatever we want if we work hard enough. It's the reason I thought, you know, I grew up, my dad's a school teacher from Pocahontas, Arkansas, right? But I didn't know that that wasn't the grandest thing in the world to be. I knew we weren't rich, but I didn't think anybody was born better than I, nor I better than anybody else. Churchill used to love to say about equality, he'd say, it's the principle that everybody is as good as everybody else or a little better. Did you like that? Churchill was very witty. So now if you're gonna have consent, that's a very radical thing to think. The King of England didn't think that, right? The fact that he gave that address from the throne and had it distributed, he thought that would be persuasive, right? Later, they send Ben Franklin, who was, let's say, a very artful human being. We all know what that means, right? For example, he was the world's greatest spokesman for pious middle-class morality. Anyway, they sent him to England to negotiate. He didn't get on well. They liked him better in Paris. He went there too. And he gets over there and he talks with the cabinet. And the cabinet says, we are the mother country and you are the children and you must do what we say. And he writes a letter back to the Continental Congress and says, there's going to be a war. Because what they think is, and remember, what they think is what everybody thinks. It's what the King of France thinks, who later subsidized our revolution. It's what they all think. It's what the whole world has thought from time immemorial. And these guys don't think that. That's a remarkable development in human history.
Thank you for watching. We hope you're enjoying our highlight series and invite you to explore all of Hillsdale College's online courses. They are free and for everyone who loves to learn.